To the untrained eye, cats are completely unpredictable, aloof, and emotionally detached creatures. But if you decode their subtle behavioral mechanics, you realize that cats are deeply emotional, observant animals that form intense bonds with their human companions. The problem is that humans constantly project canine or human psychology onto a feline chassis, creating massive communicative errors. When you misinterpret their boundaries, override their sensory systems, or neglect their instinctual blueprints, your cat doesn't just get annoyed, he genuinely concludes that you do not love or protect him. Today, we open a forensic behavioral audit into feline psychology, decoding 10 critical mistakes that sabotage your relationship with your cat. Welcome to Mindful Meow. Let's get straight to the schematics. 1. Aggressive eye contact. The predator, stare. In human and canine dynamics, direct eye contact is often viewed as a sign of confidence, engagement, or affection. In feline psychology, however, unblinking, prolonged eye contact is the universal mechanical signal for hostility, dominance, and an imminent physical attack. When you stare directly into your cat's eyes across the living room, your cat does not feel perceived or loved. His nervous system instantly registers a high-level predatory threat. To communicate authentic affection, you must deploy the feline slow blink. In the wild, closing one's eyes in the presence of another animal is the ultimate display of vulnerability and trust. When you look at your cat, deliberately drop your eyelids closed for 2 full seconds before slowly opening them. By doing this, you are mechanically telling your cat, "I am safe, I am vulnerable with you, and I love you." 2. Violating the belly boundary. The trap profilet is one of the most common and painful miscommunications in pet ownership. Your cat rolls onto his back, exposes a soft, fluffy underbelly, and the moment you reach down to pet it, he transforms into a flurry of teeth and claws. Humans naturally assume that exposing the belly is an invitation for physical touch, much like a dog. This is a severe behavioral error. Anatomically, a cat's belly houses all of their vital organs, unprotected by a rigid rib cage. When a cat rolls over and exposes his midline to you, it is a profound declaration of psychological safety. They are stating that they trust you implicitly not to harm them while they are exposed. The instant you reach down to touch, rub, or squeeze that hypersensitive area, you violate that sacred boundary, forcing them into a defensive reflex. Touch their head, cheeks, or chin instead. Leave the belly as a monument to their trust. 3. Sensory overload. The olfactory sabotage. A cat's olfactory infrastructure is incredibly advanced. Their sense of smell is roughly 14 times stronger than a human's, utilizing millions of specialized scent receptors to map out their physical territory. Cats establish a sense of safety and ownership in your home by depositing their own unique pheromones onto furniture, corners, and your clothing through scent glands located in their cheeks and paws. When you flood their environment with aggressive synthetic plug-ins, heavy perfumes, chemical cleaners, or citrus-scented air fresheners, you execute an absolute tactical carpet bombing of their sensory world. This completely strips away their familiar comfort markers, replacing them with overwhelming, irritating chemical walls. To your cat, a home that smells purely of artificial lavender is a hostile, alien environment where their presence has been completely erased by their human. 4. Forced interaction. Overriding autonomy. Cats are absolute purists when it comes to personal autonomy. In a natural pride or colony structure, interactions are highly transactional and always initiated by choice. When a human repeatedly picks up a resting cat, traps them in tight hugs, or pulls them out from a safe hiding spot under the bed to show them to house guests, it triggers a massive spike in cortisol. When you deny a cat the right to say no, they stop viewing you as a protective guardian and start viewing you as an unpredictable captor. To foster real love, practice passive availability. Sit quietly on the floor, extend a single index finger at their nose level to let them audit your scent, and allow them to choose whether to bridge the physical gap. Respecting their exit strategy is the fastest way to earn their affection. 5. Punitive discipline. The cognitive disconnect. Shouting at a cat, Spraying them with water bottles or physically pushing them off a kitchen counter to punish unwanted behavior is completely useless. Feline cognitive architecture is not built to connect delayed or abstract negative reinforcement with their instinctual actions. If your cat scratches the sofa and you spray him with water, he does not think, "I shouldn't scratch this fabric." He thinks, "My human is erratic, violent, and dangerous to be around." Punitive training methods systematically erode the foundational bond of trust. Your cat simply learns to execute the behavior when you are out of the room, while actively fearing your presence when you are in it. Instead of punishing an instinct, you must redirect it. Provide a high-quality scratching post directly next to the sofa, scent it with catnip, and reward them heavily when they utilize the correct apparatus. 6. The dirty litter box. Corporate neglect. To a human, cleaning the litter box is an annoying household chore. To a cat, a clean waste site is a foundational requirement for psychological survival. In the wild, feces and urine act as highly visible geographic beacons for larger apex predators. If a cat leaves their waste exposed or is forced to step into a saturated, highly fragrant waste zone, their brain screams that they are highly vulnerable to being hunted. Leaving a litter box unscooped for multiple days forces your cat into severe anxiety. When they eventually avoid the box and urinate on your clean laundry or smooth bathroom rug, they are not acting out of spite. They are desperately seeking a clean, safe alternative that won't attract predators to their living zone. Maintaining a pristine box is a direct investment in your cat's mental health. 7. Hyperstimulation. Ignoring the tail matrix. Unlike dogs, who often tolerate clumsy or continuous physical touch across their entire bodies, cats possess a highly finite threshold for physical stimulation. Their fur is connected to incredibly sensitive nerve endings that can quickly become overloaded by repetitive, heavy-handed petting along the spine or near the base of the tail. When a cat has hit their sensory maximum, they will broadcast explicit physical warnings well before they resort to a hiss or a scratch. Watch the tail. If it begins to twitch, thump heavily against the floor, or lash side to side, the system is entering hyperstimulation. Other signs include skin rippling along the back, ears rotating backward like satellite dishes, or sudden body tensing. Ignoring these mechanical cues tells your cat that you do not care about their physical comfort. 8. Environmental monotony. The indoor cage. While keeping a cat strictly indoors is statistically safer for their physical health, it can easily lead to a severe psychological condition known as environmental stagnation. A cat is an elite, highly tuned micropredator. Their entire evolutionary blueprint is engineered around stalking, chasing, leaping, and capturing prey. Chronic behavioral depression if their day consists entirely of staring at a blank wall while waiting for a bowl of static kibble to appear. Their spirit systematically breaks. They become depressed, lethargic, or display displaced aggression. If you do not provide daily active play sessions using feather wands or laser toys to simulate the biological stalk-catch-kill-eat sequence, you are neglecting their mental wiring. Entertainment is not a luxury, it is a fundamental pillar of feline care. 9. Sudden environmental disruptions, the chaos matrix. Cats are hyper-vigilant creatures of absolute routine. They find safety in predictability. They map out their days based on fixed operational schedules, when the sun hits a specific chair, when you wake up, and when the territory is quiet. Sudden, unannounced changes to their physical environment throw their nervous system into absolute chaos. Rearranging all your living room furniture overnight, introducing a new pet without a multi-week scent introduction protocol, or suddenly changing the brand and texture of their food without a gradual transition period can completely destabilize a sensitive cat. They feel as though the rules of their universe have been rewritten without their consent, leading to severe hiding behaviors and a complete breakdown of trust with the human who allowed the chaos to happen. 10. Neglecting vertical territory, the grounded trap. In the wild, cats are simultaneously predators and prey animals. Because of this dual evolutionary status, height equals safety. An elevated vantage point allows a cat to scan the entire room for incoming threats while tracking the movements of everyone in their territory without feeling exposed. If your home features absolutely zero vertical infrastructure such as cat trees, dedicated wall shelves, or cleared tops of refrigerators, your cat is forced to live permanently on the ground level. This leaves them feeling highly vulnerable, trapped, and structurally defensive, especially in households with dogs or active children. By failing to provide high-altitude escape routes, you are denying them the structural security they need to feel at peace in your presence. From respecting the anatomical boundaries of the feline belly to mastering the subtle language of the slow blink and providing elevated vantage points, building real love with a cat requires abandoning human assumptions and leaning entirely into feline biology. When you speak their diagnostic language, their defensive walls instantly drop, revealing an incredibly loyal, affectionate companion. Drop a comment below letting us know which of these 10 feline psychological mistakes surprised you the most. Or share a behavioral quirk your own cat displays. If you want to continue unlocking the behavioral blueprints and hidden mechanics behind your pet's mind, hit that like button, subscribe to Mindful Meow, and we will see you in the next investigation.